Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The 49ers are #1 in pass defense, and they're going up against the Jaguars offense that knows they'll be challenged. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. We're late into December and still searching for that first win at 0-14.
In the Super Bowl era, only the 1976 Buccaneers and the 2008 Detroit Lions failed to win a game during the season. This group has 2 more shots to get it done.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're brought out there by their 4th-year quarterback from Central Florida, Blake Bortles.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On first down, Bortles. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Second down following the incompletion. Now the rookie first rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 28. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Navarro Bowman's experiences in the NFL remind me a little bit of Kansas City's Derrick Johnson's. They were both outside linebackers in college who evolved into inside linebackers, excellent run stoppers, and also guys who can chase down plays with their speed.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. And that is incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. A rookie quarterback leading him out there, drafted in the 3rd round from Iowa. It's C.J. Beathard.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They run high. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Back to throw, Beathard. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
A 3rd and inches, you pretty much expect to see straight-ahead runs, and this one doesn't quite go that way. And it certainly didn't help him trying to pick up a first down.
Yeah, tried to get to the outside, lost yardage. They'll try and throw for it here. And able to find Garçon. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. First down, a run with Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? Absolutely. You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense. Let's take a quick second here and talk about linebacker Paul Posluszny. I know a lot of people love to put him on the all-name team. I put him on the all-veteran team. Understands the defense perfectly, can line up everyone, and still has the ability to make plays from his linebacker position. He is a vet, been in the league since 2007. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Beathard to throw. Over the middle to Garçon. The 44-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency. And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles. Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped. But without those guys, hard to win games.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Taylor, he's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Big completion there on third and short, keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. First and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. C.J. Beathard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And his kick is right through. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Bortles. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So 1 quarter in the books here on Christmas Eve. It's a close game here early on. We're back to Santa Clara after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. That's a microcosm of how it's gone for their rushing game so far this year. 29th in the league on the ground. Yeah, it's a great illustration of what we're seeing because these problems go back to the offensive line. You can't give guys free access to your backfield. Can't let these free runners come and get them because free runners turn into free hitters. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Play action. Now it's Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play it worked for big yardage. Now Leonard Fournette, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy. Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry. And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down. You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. On play action, now Bortles. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. We remind you, no night game tonight on Christmas Eve, but we make that up with 2 games under your tree tomorrow. Oh, that's nice. I'm just reading the card. I got to give props to our writer, Ed Brady, there. But we start with the Steelers and Texans at 4:30 Eastern, followed by the Raiders and Eagles, a Super Bowl 15 rematch. You impressed that I know that?
I'm very much impressed that you know that. It was the MVP.
Yep, that'll be at 8:30 Eastern from Philadelphia. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Niners, and even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw is Beathard. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. To throw is Beathard. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
They'll run high, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Right through them.
They'll throw here. Beathard. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic? And
they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. C.J. Beathard as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of and carry it into the second half.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The 49ers are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Jaguars didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Jaguars with it now early in the second. Bortles got the completion here, and he'll end up at the 35-yard line before being tackled. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. Now till late in the second. Run play coming up here, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. 49ers push their lead to 11. So that'll do it from our studios in Orlando. For the second half kickoff, let's get you back out west to Santa Clara and Brandon Guy.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Beathard to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
With Hyde. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
In today's NFL, it might have surprised some people, but San Francisco was really, really hot to pick up Kyle Juszczyk from Baltimore, and they acquired him. Why? He can do everything. Block it? Yeah, of course he can. But he can catch the ball well out of the backfield, too.
Led all fullbacks in receptions the last 2 years and played in his first Pro Bowl a season ago. 3rd down, Carlos Hyde. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They run again with Hyde on first. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Beathard. Deep ball for Goodwin. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Beathard. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to throw. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Red zone opportunity. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Let's go! Green, 39!
They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Gold to add the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Room here to run. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. On second down, here's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
He's got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. On first down, Bortles. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Robinson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jags first down, Bortles to Robinson.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking him.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now the rookie's free. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's high. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The play clock's running down. Back to throw Beathard. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now high. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Niners on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's High. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep him.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And this will be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And on 2nd and 10 now. play fake. Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 46 yards. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. His throw caught right around the 6. Bortles on the hook up to Hearns for the Jaguar first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now Bortles again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eric Armstead in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Bortles. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Reuben Foster picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the 49ers, it's a massive weight off their shoulders as they finally get that first win here in Week 16. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's just more heartache as they drop their 12th game of the season. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.